All right, welcome everyone. My name is Brian Yates. I'm a double silver I-10 card holder with Team Elevate and Team Sky. We're going to go over today just how to stack your commissions. So, teaching you how to stack your commissions using Viator, um, which is a way that I do it quite often. So, first things first, we've got our main booking. So we've went in, our guests have booked a cruise, they booked a tour, they booked a who knows, a 7 day stay in New Orleans, Hawaii, Vegas. That's our first form of commission, right? So we've already got the hotel, the flights, we've already got the normal stuff taken care of. So, how do we stack our commissions on top of that? What I normally do with my guests, and I do this without being pushy, move y'all out of the way. You're very welcome, Tamara. All right, so I'm going to pull up Viator. So I'm going to use an example real quick. I sold and recently had a guest that left on a 5 day cruise. I went in to each port of call that they had. So I started off with New Orleans because that's where they left from. I'm going to give it dates for the cruise. So since this cruise has already passed, let's just say they sailed on that Saturday. And I knew that they had two adults and one child. And then I'm going to tell it to search. Now I can limit this down to just short excursions with that other button that was just there, and I'll show you on the next round. But what I'm going to do is this is where it comes into really getting to know your clients. So with this type of client, this was their first sailing. They were skittish of everything. They didn't know much of anything. So we were educating them from the ground up. So what did I do? I went in, so I created this one. I'm not going to share it with them right yet. And I know they wanted everything tangible. So they wanted everything in hand. So the next, I'm going to start a second booking. But this one is going to be for Cozumel because that is their next port of call. And their next port of call was on that Monday. And like I said, I can go over to short excursions if I chose to. I'm just going to share it out with them. I want them to have all of the information instead of just some of it. So I'm going to search there. Okay. So I've got that one. So I've got here is New Orleans. Here is their first port of call, but this is a 5 day sailing. So let's go in and start our third port. Okay. Again, the next port is Progresso. Again, I can do progressive short excursions here. It's just going to make sure that they actually just have this sell what's available for their ship. All right. It was the next day. We're going to hit apply. All right. So I've got all the things available now, right? So it's a 3 day cruise. We've got New Orleans, we've got Progresso, and we've got Cozumel already pulled up. So what I do with them from here? So if this guest was more of a electronic type of person, I would go in and send these. I would start an email. I keep knocking things off. It's been a very busy day. All right. So let's say this guest was very technologically advanced. You knew they were going to have internet because they've already told you. You can go in and start pulling these where it says share with client. You can copy it and you can type in something along the lines of here are some options for your upcoming trip. Um, I have these listed per port. for your convenience. And the reason we want to make sure that we let them know that it's for their convenience on this is if it's not easy for them to use, they're not going to use it. They're going to go in and they're going to use what's easiest for them, which is going to be the cruise line, trying to push things down their throat. And it's not always the right fit for them. So I have that. So what I'm going to do is we're going to do the first one is Progressive. And I can put the link there. Then I'll go in and I'll grab the Cozumel link. Okay, and then our last one was New Orleans. And again, all I'm going to do is share that link, tell it to copy. So once I do that, I'll go in. Please feel free, something along these lines. Please feel free to use these if your destinations, as these are a reputable vendor. And again, I always use my AI just to proofread what I've got, just to make sure that I'm actually, because I know my spelling is not always the best. So this would be one option. And like I said, if my guest was very tech savvy, he was a younger guest, this would be around what I'm doing. Or the exact same information that we've keyed in here. So I can go in and open up okay, good. I'm going to open up Google Chrome real quick. So, and there's a reason I'm using Google Chrome. I have an extension that I've installed on Google Chrome for a QR code generator. So all I'm going to do is take this, paste it up here, let it go through the verification process. And as you see, it still has your agent as Brian White for Brian Yates. What I can do is I can use that extension that I've already done and create a QR code. So now if the guests, you can pull this in. So you can go in and pull a QR code for each of these and send these in its place. Or you can go in and with this client, like I said, they were timid. It was their first cruise. So what can I do to make it more beneficial for them? I went in and using an AI, I generated these 3 QR codes and I put this in their documentation. I made a couple of copies of it for them. So therefore, this is sleek, it's branded, and they have QR codes. So therefore, this is something they have on them. And it's not something they had to think about. So when they needed it, it was there. I also followed up with an email on this, just like you saw, but this made it convenient for them. These guests booked something at every port of call, only because it was convenient for them. So you can do this with cruises. You can do this with trips to Vegas. You can do this with almost anything that Viator has to offer. So is there anyone that y'all would like me to look up to just show you how it works? Is there a destination that y'all would like me to pull? Hey, Heather. So is there a destination somewhere that y'all would like me to pull? All right. If not, we'll just go back to Viator. And I'll exit out of the ones that I sent in. And Clayton says he's open. All right. So let's just go in and say All right, so we'll start the booking. Let's do Las Vegas. Again, we do Las Vegas. We just select the trip. So we need to know when they're going to be sailing or traveling. All right, and we'll do the week. Again, we want to make sure we limit this down. I normally try to limit it down to the amount of people that are going so that it'll make sure it shows all the information that's available. So again, we'll tell it to search. And we can go through, we can use these for mock bookings. We can go in, or if we're trying to share it with a client to stack our commissions, we can go in and share this directly with the client via this affiliate link. All right. So with the QR code reader, I just went in and managed extensions and looked up QR code generator. So, but all right. So once you've got that copied, again, if you want to go in and send it directly to the client, you can pull this up in an email. Again, we want to make sure we put some type of verbiage. Excited for your upcoming Las Vegas trip. Here are some options for things you may like to do. Okay, again, I always let my AI go in and check out my text just because I know I'm bad about misspelling things. Again, I can do the QR code there, or we can go in and do the QR code generator. It's whatever works best for your clients. And again, that's something that only you can answer. Okay, that QR code generator, tell it download. There's that QR code. And if you ever want to make sure these QR codes are actually working, and I always highly suggest that you do check these, is get your phone, pull up your camera, make sure it works. You've got a group going to Waikiki. This would be great. Yes, it is. And just remember, you just want to make sure that you let them know to use this link to book things through because this is a affiliate of yours. So therefore, you're going to get an email with everything that they book. As long as your information pops up here, you'll get an email to put in the commission tracking form so that you get paid. All right. So again, you can do the QR code. You can go in and use AI if you wanted. So let's go in and actually use AI here. You chat, and you can do make this QR code a branded image. Again, remember, whenever you do this, you do have to make sure that the QR code works after you've input it. So I want to add the QR code. Okay, it may go off that prompt, it may not. Actually, it looks like it's going to. So we're going to wait while this processes. But yeah, this is a great thing, especially with groups, because if you're doing it with groups and therefore you can share out this one thing to multiple other, this is probably not going to work due to the fact it's taken out a lot of the information. I do run into that a lot with Copilot. But the app that I seem to do well with is if you just kind of watch your prompts. Other AIs will, like Gemini, will let you go in and do this, but you can do marketing flyer. Let's see if it'll do it with a marketing flyer. All right, we'll give it just a moment to process this as it designs it. Yes, AI does make things a lot easier for us. All right, so as this is processing through, again, like I said, this is just an easy way for you to get the information out, especially for groups. I try my best on I don't care if it's a weekend getaway. I've had clients that have went for one day before a cruise, or even just went one day somewhere. I'll go in and make sure that I provide this link to them because you never know when they may have downtime. And I may even put that in if I know they're going for an event or they're just going one night somewhere, send this to them and just let them know, just in case you find some downtime and are looking for something to do, put it in your own words. And therefore, you not only have the hotel booking, if you decided to use Evo Plus, you made your instant commission there or instant income, but you've also got all the little things here. Because that last group booking that I sent this out to, they made 37 bookings while they were gone off of this one code. I sent it to the group leader. The group leader shared it out to all the rooms, and it ended up making a huge difference. Okay, and again, I normally have these pre-generated. I like the one that I've previously had, and once you find one that you like, what I would suggest doing, and this is just me, so let's pull it back up. This one is the one that I found that I like the most. Oop. Nope. If I can find it, we'll be doing great. I just recently changed computers, so I'm having to find where everything is. Right here it is. So what I would actually do is I've got one of these made. I've got to find them that has 1, 2, and 3. I've got one that's got 4, but I don't like using it. But what I'll actually do is you can go into Canva, you can go into PowerPoint. So let's make it easy. So I can insert, instead of having to recreate this over and over and over, you can go in using, okay. And what I'll do is we'll go in and I'll just overlay these. So I'm going to insert again, insert a picture. Okay. So this one was the one that we did for Progresso, right? And I just cover it up. And therefore, when I print this off for the guest or I screenshot it, everything is exactly how it's intended to be. So, like I said, I've got this stored already for 2, 3, and there is a 4 one, but they're on my other computer because I haven't merged them over to this one. So there's an easy way that you can replicate something that you find that works. You can also use these for mock bookings. Like say you make a post for people that are looking to go to New Orleans. You can share these QR codes out or the links directly to them. Have them comment something. Emily shows you how to do that on some of her reels. But that's a great way to do this also. Let's see if this one has actually finished. Okay, so that's what it came up with this time. That's the reason I say when you find one that works, use it, because I can almost guarantee you this QR code does not work. And again, it doesn't. But what I could do is I could download this, put it into PowerPoint, put it into Canva, put it into anything that you can edit a photo. I don't like to edit it directly in here, but I can remove these. And that's why, because it's not going to let me remove it. But if I actually downloaded this, come on. And again, it's having problems today. It's this new computer. And it didn't take it. This thing is going to be cantankerous today. But like I said, though, find one that works for you. If you want to personalize them for every time, you're more than welcome to. So let's go ahead and do another one that I would highly recommend for my clients, especially let's say you've got clients going to New York. And again, like I said, we know Brian has to double and triple check his spelling. But as you see, I'm on that link for the guest, right? It's letting me change it. So they can if they choose to. But I want to go back in so that I can share it out with them. Let's go back to Viator. We want to start another booking. So New York City. We can even leave this off if we're not sure. Like say we're sharing this on as a mock booking. You can actually share this and leave information out. So you can take out the dates. You can take out how many people are traveling. And then you can share it. So there's a lot of flexibility on what you can do. I've seen people share this out as a post and then tell them to comment. So they share out uh, having a weekend or a 1 day getaway to New York. Comment New York in the comments to see what we have available. And when they comment, you answer back with the link to this. But that's one way you can earn an extra set of income. But if you've got clients going, why not go ahead and give them the information? And I don't wait till right before they leave. Normally, as soon as we get the booking secured, I send this out. I send one out right before they leave also. But a lot of people are like I am. I love to plan my trips. So I pre-plan. So I'm going to go through and look at everything. As soon as I make my booking and get it secured, I'm going to start looking at all these things that we can do. Because one, I want to get my money in line to make sure I have the money to do anything and everything I want to do. But also I want to see, okay, well, maybe this is available because some of these you can actually go in and look. Let me see if it'll show me here. Some of them will, some of them won't. This one probably won't. But you can go in and see what days it's available. So if it's already sold out, and therefore I know, okay, well, I can't do this on this day because it would highlight them out like these are because these dates have already passed. But if it was sold out for the 8th, I'm like, okay, we can do this on the 9th. Or, oh, we're already going to be gone on the 9th. Let's try it on the 7th. It's going to give me options and tell me what I need to know so that I can pre-plan out. And a lot of these, I got free cancellation up to 24 hours. So therefore, if something happens and it's raining that day, I have the capability to move it. The guest has the capability to cancel this and rebook something. Maybe that's indoors. So, but again, I'll share this with the client. Hit copy. And again, we can do the QR code generator. I would not recommend letting AI do this for you on your QR codes. As you saw in the previous videos, you get QR codes that don't work. And again, it pulls up, and I doubt my camera will pick it up, but right there it is. Shows up just like it does on my computer. So therefore, it gives us the opportunity to share it out in a non-pushy way. And the guests can look through it at their own time frame. So does anybody have any questions? You want me to walk through another one? Okay, we can walk through another one. All right, so let's see. Where do we want to go this time? Okay, let me go ahead and exit out of this. All right, so we'll start booking. And we're going to do, let's do New Orleans. I do apologize. There's somebody else out and the dog is barking at them. So again, we can go in and reset it to where we don't have dates. So say we're doing this for the New Orleans and we're wanting to just try to pick up some extra income. So I can hit search. So we can go in and from here, I'll share with client. But I'm going to open up my Copilot for one reason. And we will do, if I can get to this keyboard, it's been a very, very, very busy morning. So I have booking stuff all over my desk. So write me a uh, high energy image that let's do easy. Easy for all right. So I always do high energy promotional image because normally images do better on my social medias. And also with an image, we can actually post it to Instagram also. And like I said, this is just going in on if you wanted to use this as a mock booking. Come with the word easy for a list of things to do in the big easy on your next trip. I mean, that's one. And as you see, mine's gotten used to me going in doing multiples. So I like both of them. Okay. And from there, if I want to post easily to both of them, I go to Rallyo. And the reason I go to Rallyo is I can post to both of them at one time. If not, I can do it on my computer and just, so I start the image, browse. Those are the two Copilot images. Okay, tell it to use them. And then I'll go back in and I'll copy exactly what I pulled off of to make the images. Come in here and we'll use the AI to generate the text. Easy as the vibe and the Big Easy. Let Yates Travel turn your next trip into smooth, unforgettable escape. Let's just use this one. I'm going to select all that are available, that are applicable. Hit done. And if I want to share it to Instagram, I just click it, hit add content. Until it posts now. Okay. We'll give that just a moment to process through. All right, have a good one, Clayton. All right, so we're going to go to the business page. And as we roll down with it, we'll see here that it's already posted. And as people comment, easy, we'll go back in and all we're going to do is reply back with that Viator link that we shared right here. So therefore you can use that as a extra stream of income. Emily has trainings on how she does this, but definitely I use mine for the most part on to stack. So I'm going to use that when I have clients going on a cruise, when I have clients going on a weekend trip, or I'll just share them out of the blue on my Facebook page so that if I know I've got people that are wanting to go certain places, maybe it'll stir up some interest. You can do it for local places and share it in your local Facebook groups. That's a big hit for me also. Like we're about an hour and a half outside of Memphis. So I'll go in and pull up one of the Memphis Facebook pages that allows me to post in it. And I'll go in and share the link or the QR code in it. All right. Anybody else have any questions or any feedback? Feel free to unmute yourself. Heather, Mark's not here to pick on you.
I know, it's been pretty quiet.
Oh. But yes, I mean, it's definitely something I use quite a bit with Viator is to go in and help boost, because I mean, you never know when you've got somebody that's going on a quick cruise that is looking for something if you don't put it out there. All right. Well, if there's no other questions or anything, I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all back the rest of y'all's hour, and I'll get this up on my Facebook shortly, or on my YouTube account shortly. And if anybody wants my YouTube channel, let me go and get it pulled up and I'll get it put in the chat for you. And that's just, I'm going to be putting up all my trainings as they come through and they get edited. I'll make sure they get posted there for you. It just may take me a couple of days, but the link to get into that is in the chat. So if y'all want to join or subscribe to my YouTube channel, that will get you access to all my trainings once they're edited and uploaded. And normally I have them up. Normally it's within a couple of days, but I have been known to be lazy sometimes and take up to a week or two. So, but all right. Well, if y'all don't have anything else or any other questions, y'all have a great day. And we look forward to seeing you on the next training. All right. Bye-bye.